get me paid, and C's get a child plea. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Marie, where I provide you with content on nursing, lifestyle, and beauty. If you are new here, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, hey friend, how you been? Come on in. As you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about ways we can be successful in our nursing school prerequisites. These are tips that have helped me when I was going through my nursing school prerequisites. They helped me out like a lot, okay? So my first tip for you guys is going to be time management, okay? Time management is crucial. It's going to be crucial in nursing school, and it was also crucial for me. It was also crucial for me when I was going through my prerequisites, just because I was taking several classes at a time. If you are taking maybe just one class at a time, I'm not going to say that time management is not important, because it still is. However, time management is especially important when you are taking more than one class at a time, and you have to juggle, family life, work life, school life, family life balance, So in that aspect, I'd say time management is especially important. And on the topic of time management, I suggest you get yourself a planner. This saved my life during my prerequisites, especially when I had to plan out my week and schedule my assignments and see what I had to do for that week. This was my holy grail when it came to my time management and my organization. When you're taking 4 classes at a time, you want to set out a schedule for when you're going to study for those classes, when you're going to do certain assignments for those classes. You will probably always hear that time management is the utmost importance. And not just when you are doing your actual classwork, but also when you're showing up to class, be there on time. In military, we always say 15 minutes prior. 15 minutes prior, 15 minutes prior. That is, I feel like, the gold standard for being on time. So my next tip for you in being successful in your nursing school prerequisites is a site called Rate My Professor. Yes, Rate My Professor. If you haven't already heard about it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Rate My Professor is basically a site that allows students to write a review on their professors. And usually the ones with the higher reviews, I say about 3.8 and above. It's on a scale of 5. About 3.8 and above, those are usually the good ones. Now, be aware that some kids come on there, or some students will come on there and write a horrible review on their professor because they got a bad grade. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes, the professor is trash. All right. So keep that in mind. Do your research, look up your professor, because, prerequisites ain't easy. Prerequisites are not easy. So when you go into it and you have a trash professor, we're not trying to make this harder. We are not, okay? We are trying to succeed. We're trying to ace these prerequisites, and we are trying to get into nursing school, okay? My next tip on how to be successful in your nursing school prerequisites: find an effective study group. Notice I said effective study group, okay? In an effective study group, you will have people that study, oh my God, Renee, effectively, okay? So to study effectively, we are going to come together and we are going to do our assignments. We're going to bounce questions off of each other. We're going to say, okay, how did you come to get that answer? I didn't get that answer, or whatever the case may be. We aren't being catty. We aren't talking about what we're going to do this weekend. We're not talking about what we're going to do after we leave the study session. We're not talking about what's going on with Kim and Kanye right now. All right? We can talk about that after the study session. But I'm just saying, get you an effective study group that is going to help you stay on track and actually get work done. My next tip for being successful in your nursing school prerequisites, find your learning style. Now, when I say find your learning style, I mean what learning style is best suited for you. Are you a visual learner? Are you an audio learner? Are you someone that learns better when you actually do things? Figure out what is your best learning style and apply that to your studying. Because if you do not, and you try to write down everything, and you are typically not someone who will actually go back and read your notes and actually study your notes, there will not be anything good that comes from that, okay? There are also free, yes, I said free resources online to help you determine what kind of learner you are. It's basically kind of like a learning aptitude test. You answer a bunch of questions, and at the end, depending on your response, they will tell you most likely what type of learner you are. And I think that will also carry into nursing school as well, as far as the study, what type of learning style is best suited for you. Okay? My next tip for being successful in nursing school prerequisites is find a dedicated study space. I'm going to say that again. Find a dedicated study space. Y'all, we are not studying in front of the TV. We are not studying while cooking. We are not studying while binge watching Witcher. I don't know what it is that y'all do, but listen, you have to have a dedicated study space. And if you are, say for instance, you live in a house where it's a lot of people, it's always noisy, get to that library. Get to that library. Get to Starbucks. Get to it. Go somewhere else. Go outside. Go somewhere. Because you are not going to retain anything if you are constantly studying in a noisy environment where somebody keeps bugging you. If you are a mom like I am, and this is also important, have a support system. Have that support system say, hey, can you take the kids for a couple hours while I go study? That is so crucial, okay? That is very crucial. You need those study hours. That is the only way, one of the ways that you will be successful in your nursing school prerequisites, okay? Next tip for being successful in your nursing school prerequisites, and that is use your school's resources. I'm gonna say it louder for the people in the back. Use your school's resources. Hey, you are paying for school, okay? You are paying for that tuition to go to that school. That means there are resources there that are designed to help you, and they should be free of charge. Not really free, because you paid for them when you paid your tuition. Utilize those resources. In my school, and I'm pretty sure this is across the board, there is tutoring available. There is a writing center. A writing center is basically where you can submit your paper. If you're having trouble with your writing, you can submit your paper and they will actually return it to you, critiqued, marked up. Hey, you can put this here. Hey, this shouldn't be here. Hey, you can say this better. They can help you out. Also, the number one resource of them all, your professor. Your professor is a resource. What better resource to bother, what better resource to utilize than the one that is making the exam that you will be taking. Right? Make sure you go into your instructor's office hours. Send them an email. That is what they are there for. They are there to make sure that you understand. And like I said in my earlier tip about rate my professor, you want to get a good professor. You want to see if you can get a good professor that is going to be, personable with you, that's not going to make you shy away if you have a question to ask or anything like that. Use your professors, use your school resources. Also, the library is also a school resource. As I said before about the quiet study space, the library usually has rooms available where you can check them out and actually, I don't want to say lock yourself in a room, but you can go in that room, utilize it for a few hours, get your studying done, and that is that. It's quiet, it's free, and you get studying done. All right, so that is what I need from you, to utilize your school's resources. My next tip on how to be successful in nursing school prerequisites, this is more of a mental thing, okay? I want you to manifest this A. I want you to manifest this success in your nursing school prerequisites, whether that be math, whether that be English, or any of the sciences the many sciences that make up the nursing school prerequisites. Now, I say this because you cannot go into these prerequisites with that mindset that C's get degrees. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why we can't do that is because, yes, C's get degrees, and the advisors for your nursing school program will probably even tell you, like, okay, yes, the minimum you can get is a C to even be considered for the nursing school program, or to be eligible to get into the nursing school program. No, we're not doing that, okay? I want you to manifest this good grade. Say you get a few C's. You didn't do so hot on a few classes. Now you're done with your prerequisites. It is time to apply to that nursing program, but your GPA is too low. This is a very competitive field, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know. This is a very competitive field. Those few C's they are gonna bring you down. And guess what? Now you are sitting on the option of, do I have to retake this class? Yeah, you're probably gonna have to retake the class. That's why in the beginning, we have to see that we are getting these better grades, not C's. We want to shoot for A's. B's are fine, but we are not doing C's, okay? It's funny. When I was younger, I don't know if maybe y'all did this, or maybe y'all's parents did this, or whatever, but when I was in elementary, middle school, I used to get paid for the grades on my report card. I got $10 if it was an A, I got $5 and if it was a B. I didn't get anything if it was a C. I got my behind whooped if it was a D or an F. So yeah. So what I like to think about is A's get me paid and C's get a child please. Okay? Keep that in mind, and I promise you, you will try to stray away from getting that C, because it's so hard. You've already got your prerequisites done. You've done all that you need to do. You've taken all the classes that you need to take, only to find out that your GPA isn't high enough. And that is very devastating, and I've seen it happen. And I'm just here to tell you that we don't want to go that route, okay? We don't want to have to retake classes. Does it happen? Yes, it does happen. But let's get in front of it and just avoid doing that altogether, okay? Well, that is it for my tips about how to be successful in your prerequisite classes for nursing school. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more content or maybe a more specific class, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop this new hotness for you guys. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.